Greetings, peasants. It is I, William Fancyson III. After the unfortunate accident of Kelpie G, my other lesser counterpart, I shall continue where he left off. Cells, as you all know, are the basic building blocks of life that make up every living thing. There are two types of cells, the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cell. I shall be covering the prokaryotic cell, the simpler cell, as Kelpie G had already covered the eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotes, which include the bacteria and the archaea domains, are unicellular organisms, which means that they are made of one cell for those who do not have a clue what that means. Eukaryotes, which include plants, animals, fungi, and protists, on the other hand, can be made up of one or multiple cells. The prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells are both made up of a cell membrane, a cytoplasm, ribosomes, DNA, and a cytoskeleton. This is where the similarities stop. In terms of size, the prokaryotic cell is significantly smaller than its counterpart. The prokaryotic cell ranges from 0.1 to 5 micrometers in diameter, whereas the prokaryotic cell ranges from 10 to 100 micrometers in diameter. The small size of a prokaryotic cell allows it to transport organic materials to other parts of the cell. Another difference is that prokaryotic cells do not contain any membrane-bound organelles, which are the little organs responsible for specific actions in the cell. See these organelles? Boom, they're gone. You don't need them. Prokaryotic cells also do not contain a nucleus, one of these bad boys, to contain their genetic material. Nucleuses are things of the future. We got nucleoids. We're not that sophisticated, though. I wish we were. Simpletons. Some of you might be wondering, if prokaryotes do not contain any organelles, then what do they contain? Well, they don't contain much. Again, they are simple organisms. The prokaryotic cell contains the cell membrane, which is a double layer of phospholipids and embedded proteins that separates the internal contents of a cell from its surrounding environment, responsible for regulating materials leaving and entering the cell. It also contains a cytoplasm, which is a gel-like material containing the circular DNA, biomolecules like proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids, and ribosomes, which are responsible for producing proteins in the cell. The cytoplasm is surrounded by the cell membrane. In a eukaryotic cell, the cytoplasm would normally suspend its organelles. In addition to a cytoplasm, the prokaryotic cell also has a cytoskeleton, which is a network of protein fibers in all cells, which helps with keeping the shape of a cell, helps with movement in unicellular organisms, and more. Some prokaryotic cells also have a flagella, which allows cell movement, and pili, appendages used for exchanging genetic material between other prokaryotic cells. All prokaryotic cells have a cell wall, which is a stiff layer outside of the cell membrane, responsible for maintaining the cell's shape, acting as an extra layer of protection, and more. The cell walls of bacteria are different from the cell walls of archaea. Bacteria cells exclusively have a cell wall made out of peptidoglycan. Another thing that bacteria cells have that archaea cells don't is a capsule made out of polysaccharides. This bacterial capsule helps the cell stick onto surfaces, prevents the cell from drying out, and in the case of disease-causing bacteria, protects against immune systems. And that's all you need to know about prokaryotic cells. Thanks to the people at Class Ed for allowing me to educate the unenlightened masses. You now know more about the world and prokaryotic cells thanks to me. So, when do I get paid?
Who even is that guy? And who's letting all the crazy people into these events?
I don't know, man. All I know is that they're gonna be in trouble. At least we don't gotta pay them money on the drink.